What's up, people? We back part two
Part two.
of making tough decisions. The discipline to make hard decisions. And my partner was elaborating on some things, and I really want to hear a point because Kim always give me my Kimmy gems, and I get smarter almost every time we have a session.
Oh, now that's a blessing.
I
Okay.
leave here talking some shit. Kimmy then told me like, listen, let me tell y'all something. Do you know that blah blah blah? I'm like, man, how do you know that? Like, don't worry about all that. I just got wisdom
Look,
in my
I
mind.
wanna say there's something that was said to one of our fans last night. That took us by surprise. First time he ever was on with us. But he
Hmm.
said, Kimmy, I think that God speaks through you. He's a therapist, a mental illness therapist.
Yes.
So shout outs to Sheed, and had the pleasure of even talking with him afterwards. And he said, I don't know what it is about you. He said, but I have learned more in a conversation with you than I've
Hmm.
had in all the schooling that
Which is
I've had,
crazy.
which is very
Myth,
powerful. So he said,
mental
you
health
got to be a
therapist.
therapist. He said, you
Yeah, he
got to be a
thought you
therapist.
were. He thought
Yes.
you were. Yeah,
Yes.
he's a
And I
men-
said,
he's a
I
he's a mental health therapist.
like for
My
real, like
partner
he
say my
agreed
partner
up.
say he mental illness health, a mental
Whatever
health.
it is.
So, but what was that point you were making? Because we were talking
See,
about like when
Ed,
you make
y'all,
a
I
decision.
be saying stuff. Thank God Ed can laugh at what I say. Sometimes
She
I
said
get on
mental
his nerves,
illness.
but this
No,
time I probably said something wrong, so forgive me.
no. I just want to make sure people, because people. That's what what. I'm gonna be honest. When we were younger, it was like mental illness is a thing, but people thought if you went and saw a therapist, you were like fucked up. And it's like, no,
Right,
you ain't
right.
fucked up. So now they had to change the word from mental illness to mental health because
He's
you
a
got some
mental
illness.
health counselor,
A therapist.
therapist, not counselor.
Actually, listen,
I said
I honestly
mental
think
illness.
yeah. Actually, I think Kimmy, honestly, she don't know. She God has blessed her with a lot of gifts, and she don't. I'm not gonna say she don't know, but I think that was part of one of her callings. I think that she could very well have been a mental health clinician, mental health therapist, whatever. She's very good at that. I don't know how she helped somebody the other day too. God had, I'm not gonna put you on the spot,
It's
but
okay.
somebody had some you had an encounter the other day which brought us
Yeah,
both to tears. And we and Kim go on tangents. This is mainly my fault, but it brought us both to tears because I
yeah,
do tangents. You be on point and I go on tangent. And but something had happened that came in her presence, and at that moment, it was like she was called to be this level of therapy for this person,
yeah.
and
Which is
that's just
where I was finna go today. So, guys, just to to reiterate, and I know my partner, I just got the wind of him telling me like, I really don't want you to be in a car doing no shows. However, I'm very dedicated to the Mitchell and Mitchell sip and spill, and I miss it a lot. I started back a job that I'm not gonna be at long. I'm gonna put that out there, but
no,
I
not at
would
all.
say,
She damn near wasn't there this week.
but
She's like, I don't want to go tomorrow. I'm like, oh my
I
god,
think
yeah.
today being day 4, God has shown me why He want my presence there. For some reason, today, guys. Yesterday was a tough day, and today, my boss is struggling with her boss, which is both of our boss. But for
Mm.
some reason, they both want to impress me to where I will, you know, deviate one more to the other. However, my direct boss, I would say, is a woman, is identical to me. So that means that she don't have to do all that. But it's like, what do I do? I thank God I have a job. You know what I'm saying? But this woman is awesome, and I will work for her anywhere. And that's not a that's saying something huge for a boss. So today, y'all, with that said, she came to me as we talking about decisions and discipline, and as Ed say, making tough decisions. And she just out the blue um said, you know what, Kim? I just start talking about marriage. And I'm like, and I had to stop her, Ed, because I just said, is it something about me? Because I don't ask nobody their business. I promise to Jesus I don't ask nobody their business. But some reason it's like they look once, they look twice, and they say, let me go ahead and just tell her my life. And she gonna just I don't know where that come from, but that is the when I say to God, like Ed say, God give us a lot of talents. You blessed when you on this earth, and you can encounter what your talents are. Because when the placenta came out, trust me, it was no note attached to it and said these are the talents and this child has, okay,
Right.
or born with. So
Right.
with that said, I feel one of the things that God has blessed with me that people talk to me and share things. Not everybody, and I'm like I said, I'm not for everybody, but I guess I'm for somebody. So my boss came to me today and she simply stated about her marriage. And she just said that, maybe the way I grew up and the way I saw with my mama, I just feel like, I don't need a man. She said, but I love my husband. But she said, if we don't work out, Kim, then we just don't work out. She said, I'm just gonna travel, I'm gonna do my thing. You know what I'm saying? She said, but my kids are the most important thing to me. Right? They the most important thing to me. And that's it. And that's all I basically live for is them. And then she said, like, right? Now I know y'all women might feel some kind of way. I remember me and my best friend of 40 some years had this conversation and she was a little shocked. But I'm gonna say this. I said, no, that's not right. See, God gave us the type of love for a man and a woman that you make love and you make children. Okay? But you don't give birth to those children and they become your absolute everything. Even God is a jealous God. So you don't make nobody your everything but him. Nobody before him. And when it becomes to your king and your man and your husband, I think that is a balance. And she said that when she had the kids and she said she just got the complaint. She said I just basically turned into a bee. That's what she was saying. And she said because I got to do this, I got to do that. And she said he was working a lot. And she said then he switched jobs. He heard his wife. He don't want her being like that. And she said, but I still complain and I still be like, you know what I'm saying? And then
Mm.
she said, but that's my fault. She said, because when I do that, now he says, all you have to do is just ask me, babe. All you have to do is just tell me. All you gotta do is tell me one time and I got you. A lot of men don't say that to women. And I said, the fact that you can recognize that you got that, that's powerful. Now, what you gonna do about it is entirely up to you. But you got that in you, man. She said, I know my husband loves me very much. But I promise to God, if he left, he walked away, I'm gonna be fine. And I know that's messed up and I shouldn't feel that way, but he ain't my everything. I said, but neither can your kids. I said, God can take every last one of them away from you, and then what? At the end of the day, all I'm saying is that be careful what you come out your mouth and say. That can create a decision in itself. And it's okay to feel certain things. And I know we have makeups from DNA as we talking to our brothers as it being Brothers Week. But if her husband, I told her today, I said, if your husband was to come on my show today and he talked to my co-host Ed and he said, I just feel like my wife is very
Mm.
unappreciative for everything and anything I do. I said Ed would be able to clarify to him and be able to say you absolutely correct because I know I would say she absolutely is too. I agree with you. If she's having that type of behavior, she is. So I said to her, you need to get it together. For some reason, you decided to tell me this. Now, how you gonna take my answer? I'm not being, you know what I'm saying, your
Because
employee no more.
I didn't ask you. That's
I
another
didn't ask
thing.
you. I
I
said,
didn't
but be
ask you
careful. Anybody that truly knows me, be careful what you ask me because I'm gonna give it to you. But so I said, we're not boss and employee no more, right? So we was just laughing, and I just told her, I said, I think that the fact that your husband helps you and be there. A lot of women can't say that.
I can't say
So
that.
don't just. And I know a lot of people say just because a lot of women can't say it, that don't mean the majority don't makes over the minority. You got that? That's true. I agree to that. But you do got to appreciate the things. I was just told recently by a friend of mine that said, "Thank you for loving me." And at the time that the person said it, I'm thinking like, okay, like, you know what I'm saying? What you mean? Like, because in my mind, that's just what I do. Like, I care about, what I'm saying? I show, but the fact that they can recognize it's not what you say out your mouth when someone else can recognize it.
Mm-hmm.
One, two, and three, it means a lot. So the fact that she can sit there and say, I know my husband loved me a lot. I know my husband told me that all I had to do was tell him he'd get up. He didn't care what time of the morning it is, he would help me. I know my husband would bend over backwards to make me happy. and I don't got to do nothing if I don't want to because the job is kind of making her miserable, but he's not making her do it. Come on now. So if you mess this up, that's all you. She said, "You right." And she said, "I just need to work a little harder." I said, "Yes." I said, "You need to work a little harder because you got a man that a woman would want." So the
Here's
hard decision of that, I said, because if he came home tomorrow and said, "You know what, Reva, I'm tired of you.
oh, you gonna
I'm
say her
just tired.
name.
I'm just tired of you, Reba. I don't want to."
Right. I'm done. Fuck it. Bye.
I said, "You going to feel all kinds of sorts and ways and stuff like that." But I'm just saying, but I just like the fact that I want to give her props for acknowledging and accepting and
Yes,
saying
yes,
that I need
yes.
to do better because that's a couple, that's a marriage, that's a person in a relationship that say, "Hey," not she wasn't pointing the finger at her husband. She was pointing the finger at her and she was seeking help. And I'm not a go along type friend. I'm not going to say nothing to make you like
Not a
me.
yes man or a yes woman. Definitely not.
And as y'all can see, I'm saying that to say, and I'm not throwing her on the bus because y'all don't know what the hell I work or what I do. But I'm just saying I was being a good friend and simply saying to her, "Get your shit together. You got a good guy." You know what I'm saying? And that's what I think she needed to hear and wanted to hear.
Hmm.
And just like I said, for people that know me and know, I'm a long term type relationship type person. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I've ever known. But to say that in her being in her relationship, she want to go more. She been with 18 years. She want to make it to 19 years, but she want to do it right. So when you recognize something in yourself, you got to make the hard decision to accept that, hey, I might be the problem.
There you go. I was just gonna say that
And
she had to make a decision, and on
yep,
and within that decision, she
right.
had to make a decision to decide to work on it or acknowledge it
And
or
all
to
she
do
needed was
something about it.
someone, right, to say she wanted to bounce that off, which most of the time you really do know the answer. But like I said, you sit in it long enough, you'll get an answer. For some reason, she decided to share that with me, and I'm sharing it with y'all. As Ed is simply saying that it's hard decisions. It's
Mhm.
it's not a go or stay. It's a for you. Because most of the times we miss the opportunities that be right in our face because you're too busy looking back or you're trying to look way, way ahead when you just need to stand right where you at. Because this is happening now. It
Right.
didn't just happen.
Didn't
It's
just
not
happen.
gonna happen. It's happening now. So if you being loved on, you being cherished, and every time this person see you, they losing their damn mind. They so excited to hit you, but you keep running back to somebody that ain't paying no damn attention or don't want you, or you keep going back to a career that you know it's not working out for you, and you just maintaining and just, you know what I'm saying? You got to
Mhm.
really see, okay, do I want some? Listen, if you okay with being mediocre in your life or whatever you call it, then that's you. But if you okay and say, I don't know about you, and I think I can speak for my partner when I say this, because he says this a lot. And first I struggle with when Ed used to say this. He used to say, or not used to say, it's what he say. He simply say, like, I haven't experienced that. I've met wonderful women, smart, got their shit together, and I ain't experienced no woman acting a damn fool. So at first it's like, well, what you mean? So you all that? Somebody can look at him like, oh, so what you mean? You just don't, you don't mess with. But the truth of the matter is that that's his experience. So that means he has attracted who he is. Okay. So with that saying, the same thing. If you want better and you really want to do better in your current relationship, in your current career, the change don't start with the other partner. The change starts with you. That's the hard decision that you got to make because you said, damn, if I go right, I can get the shit slapped out of me. But if I go, but if I go left, I'm gonna get knocked the fuck out. Which one you gonna go? Because if
And
you think about it, if I get
either
knocked the
way,
fuck
you get
out, and what
you
I
may not
say,
get up.
either way it goes, you're gonna get hurt. But if you go left and you get knocked the fuck out, you're gonna be asleep for a minute.
Right.
And you're gonna miss some shit. But if you go to the right and you get the shit smacked out of you, you're gonna bounce back.
Right.
So guess
And then
what,
and
y'all? I
sometimes
wish,
that look, that's a good one because
yeah,
getting the getting the shit slapped out of you is an awakening.
exactly. There
Cause
you go,
you
partner.
don't go to, so you like, what the fuck? But getting knocked out,
Yeah,
it's a put down.
Right.
So sometimes you need to get the shit slapped out of you. They both hurt, but you get
Yep.
the shit slapped out of you so you can wake your ass up and know, okay, I'm tripping.
It's the
The
alert
knockout is like,
factor.
no, you need to sleep. You need to sleep on that. You done.
and
She
what
said
and
you gonna
what you
miss some.
always
You
say?
gonna miss some time.
And what
She
you
say,
always say, Ed? You said you'd
what?
rather what?
I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees.
That's an Eddie edible. And Kimmy always says what I'm saying now. Every time I give that analogy from left to right, from shit knocked out of you to slap shit out you, the alert factor is way more awakening, where you can do way more powerful things and no more time wasted than being knocked the fuck out and staying in years and years and years and months, and your life going by, your ass getting older and older, and you ain't happy.
And you ain't moving forward. You ain't progressing. When I
Yeah.
tell you, it's the most hoodish ass, dopest ass idea, but I'm going to use that. She didn't made it up. I'm about to steal it. I'll be on a whole other platform. Like, you get the slip slapped out of you, or you get your ass knocked out. No, no, I made that up. Don't worry about it. Shut up. Don't. Oh, Kim coming. Her.
It's
Hey,
a
not
Kimmy
Kimmy.
gym. It's a Kimmy gym. And I use it for everything,
Oh
anything I
shit.
go through my life. So I promise y'all, for whatever the reason is, God giving it to me, and Lord, I'm gonna keep doing what you're telling me to do. That's why I'm up
Okay.
and doing this right now. But
Right.
I hope that for whatever decision that you make, my boy is saying, and I'm saying the same thing. I think at the end of the day, in life, so much stuff has happened in everybody's life. And even though you all know what's going on in your own life, I wish y'all nothing but happiness. And yes,
Life,
it's
happiness, and the
gonna hurt.
best.
And for every
Mm-hmm.
hurt and pain, I hug y'all because I myself have to make hard decisions for myself. And as Ed was asking on part one, when do you come up with the decision like, I've had enough? How do you discipline yourself?
Mm-hmm.
It's really not an acronym to it, it's really not a formula. But what I would say, that saying that people say, I get sick and tired of being tired. You just look in the mirror. That's the most important person you need to talk to besides God. And you
Mm-hmm.
say to yourself, okay, I don't want to feel like this no more.
Right.
How long we gonna feel? I remember times, man, I used to be driving to work and talking to myself, how many damn days I'm gonna keep going here? I am, oh my God. Kim, come on. Like you gotta just sometimes you got to pep talk yourself, like, man,
Mm-hmm.
then you gotta be able to look in the mirror and say, you know what, I did this shit.
Mm-hmm.
I did this shit. You know what? I don't need to make a decision on if this person gonna do this or not, or if you gonna do that or not, because they'll keep my ass for their favor. But what I'm gonna do for me? Because guess what? I look up 4, 5, 6, 7 years and gone by.
Mm-hmm.
And then some things you can't go run back and get them. So the way
Mm-hmm.
my formula is that I don't want to keep wasting time wasted, and I haven't grown. If you want to evolve, you gotta change.
There
You
you
gotta.
go.
And I don't like change at all. I'll be the first one to. It's hard, but at the same time, I will continue to evolve in my life. And the only way I'm gonna get that, I can't stay the same. You cannot stay the same and get different results.
Mm. I like it. So, listen, guys, please like, subscribe, share,
And share.
smash the bell. Smash the bell. That's a new thing we're here. Smash the bell. Hit the notification so you would know when we come on, because we putting out content damn near every day. We may miss a day here or there, but we putting out content every day, and it's multiple times a day. So get content on it, and like, subscribe, and share, and get notifications from us. We like you. We love you. We want more of you. It's been real and it's been fun, and it's always real fun. Those are my little Eddie edibles and
I
stuff that I
love it.
say.
I love it.
And I like that energy and what she said. That slapping and knockout thing. When I tell you, I done stole it, but I'm about to do it in a whole other country now because she didn't copywritten it. So
It's a Kimmy Jim.
yeah, it's a Kimmy gem. So
Out of
listen,
all
guys,
the
like,
gems my partner didn't heard me say, he said that's the one he decides to steal. Well, you know,
I ain't gonna steal. I'm gonna slightly borrow it without any type of compensation. You know what I'm
you're
saying?
not gonna give me no credit for it though. You
No,
just gonna
I'm
own
gonna
it.
give you credit, just no compensation. I'm gonna
Okay.
say it's a Kimmy, it's a Egg Eddie Kimmy Jimmy Katimi. I'm gonna say some random weird ass name for it.
But listen, I
But
want
thank
to
you
say
guys.
this to our Facebook fans. We put this on there all the time. Ed is infamous of putting it out. But I want to say this, if you're not even on YouTube, you're on Facebook. You can share this to all your pages and stuff like that you
Yes,
own,
yes,
your
yes.
different your different social media sites, and
Groups.
we will get notified when you do that. And we would love for you to do that so we can shout you out. Once again, if you got a business that you're starting or want to
Yes.
start and you want to talk about it, Ed is the man. You need to get on here. We got a lot of shows coming up about business and starting and,
Hmm.
working within
Yes.
that. Hit us up and let us shout out your business. We
Right.
will be doing live this Saturday,
This week, this
6 o'clock.
Saturday, six
My
o'clock. I
boy
think we'll
Ed
be.
is talking to the brothers, the kings and the men of this world. So
Hmm.
listen, get on that. And even you ladies, come on and support and weigh in. We appreciate
Okay, I
that.
like that. Please weigh in. We're gonna be at Rutgers, all right? Rutgers this weekend.
Right? Ruckus
Oh,
Cigar.
and also we're gonna do a couple cameos at a couple of restaurants, black-owned restaurants this weekend. So that's kind of our little thing. We're gonna be real
Yeah.
excited. Get some
Yeah.
little food in. I think the one place is a soul food place for the restaurant. I'm kind of excited
Yes.
to do that.
Yes.
That one thing I think I know what it was. It was like it's the mashed potatoes that you like. I ain't gonna say what you said it
But
was.
I'm gonna
Never
try
mind.
vegan if we can, guys. I don't know
Oh,
how,
the
but
vegan.
want to
Okay,
try
there we go.
vegan. I've never tried vegan. Ed knows about it, so I would love to try vegan and support one of our black-owned restaurants this week. Just something I
So
don't know what, but I'll try it.
I'm gonna give you the. I'm gonna give. We're gonna try the best one first, then we go from there. I'm not gonna go way out the way. We're gonna do something we can really. I know you can resonate. So listen, guys, like, subscribe, and share. Kimmy, Kim, Eddie, DJ E Swag, and June, and
Jaquisha,
Dr. K, Jaquisha. All of us are saying have a good
Dr.
time. Like, subscribe, and
Devereaux.
share.
We love y'all, man.
Love
We
y'all
see
now.
y'all soon.